They're probably reaching for that thermostat, trying to see how low we can make it go, considering how hot it is right now. And that could be an issue, though. We're not talking about your bill either. THV 11's Ian Russell explains the connection our power grid shares with cities as far north as the Canadian border.
When it gets as hot as it is right now, you'll see a lot of energy companies sharing ways to save on your bill and to keep you cool. But did you know those tips aren't just designed for you and I? They're also meant for people who live hundreds of miles and multiple states away as well. This is it, the dog days of summer.
Unfortunately, there's a heat wave that's pretty much reaching across the country.
And Brandy Hinkle with Entergy knows the strain that the heat and humidity can put on our power system. But it's not just Arkansans who are on the grid.
Within your communities, within cities and towns, across the state, it's all one grid, even though there are different power providers within that footprint.
Much of Arkansas is on the Mid-Continent Independent System Operator, or MISO, grid. It's not just Arkansas, though. It extends all the way up through much of the Midwest and even up to the border with Canada. And what happens up there affects us down here as well.
And it's just to ensure that we have enough power to supply the demand, so that we can use power from other generators if we need to, other power companies.
That goes both ways. The north and central regions of MISO are under an alert because of hot weather up there, something that we're better suited to handle here in the south. In a statement, MISO officials say this is typical during challenging grid conditions.
We are absolutely not in panic mode. Again, we prepare for this kind of thing.
And Entergy isn't alone in that feeling. Over at Benton Utilities, they say they're also monitoring conditions in case MISO asks them to conserve power. And there's easy ways to help avoid any issues. Listen to the recommendations the companies ask, like raising your thermostat a couple degrees, turning lights off, and unplugging those appliances you aren't using. Doing those might be a slight annoyance, but they keep the lights on for everybody, whether they're in Arkansas or not.
And so the best way we can do that, again, is ask our customers to just be mindful of how much power they're using so that we don't create too much demand on the grid.
In Little Rock, Ian Russell, THV 11 News.
Ian, thank you. And Entergy wanted to emphasize they're not the ones who determine when to shut down power or enforce a rolling blackout. That comes from MISO as they need it.